Oh, they've got some.
Well, we've
nice
had an
new
interesting morning, haven't we, technology-wise?
We have, yeah.
I mean, we were overly ambitious. We tried to get 3 videos out in. Well, I woke up at 10 since we didn't go to sleep until like 3. So about 2.5 hours I tried to edit and release 3 videos.
Yeah.
And I edited all 3, which is the sad part. The Batman one is edited. It just won't work properly.
Am I recording? Yeah, I am. We're good. Continue.
Okay. Have you been recording the whole time?
Yeah, I have. We're all good.
Gosh. I was like, that's going to kill the pacing. Yeah, so we did have a trailer reaction to the Batman. We should probably just be honest and preface straight away that we have seen the trailer once last night.
Yeah.
So we are going to watch it today during the podcast.
I've seen it about 5,000 times as I'm obsessed with it. But
I watched it once this morning. Obviously, I've been editing all morning trying to get these videos out. We got, I guess we'll plug shamelessly. That's a good way to start a podcast. We got our reaction videos to the trailer for Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad game. Those were the only big trailers, really. I mean, there was a Wonder Woman one, but we didn't really have that much to say. Most of it was from the old trailers. We could pull it up and just laugh at Cheetah.
There was... Oh, yeah, I will do. I'll get a picture up. There was Snyder Cut as well.
Worth reacting to, isn't it?
Yeah, there was Snyder Cut and Black Adam.
Snyder Cut had a trailer, but we didn't really say much about it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I didn't bother doing anything with it. I went through the footage and I was like, well... All the stuff where Snyder's talking was just as making jokes, but not like stuff that would be a video.
Yeah.
And the trailer was actually the bit where we were genuinely just quiet for most of it, and then we made a joke about... actually, I'm not going to say the joke, because I'm still going to make that meme and put it on the channel. You know the joke.
Yeah, I know the joke.
So that's going to be a video. We're going to start putting memes on the channel too. Let's fuck the whole format up, why not?
Yeah.
We've already released 3 videos that don't fit into any of our series, so yeah. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing. We're just going to add other stuff that's different.
We're just going to put stuff out when we like, what we like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, boy.
Like, I've made a video, I don't know what spoil what it is yet, but I made like a tier list video. I just kind of like tested the waters and I really liked it. I'm like, oh, I might do more of this.
Yeah, I think that is hopefully going to be in a series, but it'll be a new series.
Yeah, it'll be like a very diverse series.
Little random series. Yeah. I started a meme Instagram earlier, just out of connection to this, I guess.
I did that ages ago, but then I just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, I've done a specific Weeby franchise, so I'm hoping I can get in on that niche. You know what I mean? Appeal to those fans. I was thinking I might just make a few for different like shows or video games and like keep it themed rather than do a general one.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So I started making memes for this webpage.
I'm doing terrible. Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you'd start playing. I started making memes for this webpage. God, how old did I sound there? Fuck me.
Oh my lord, I'm doing terrible in this one.
I just turned 40 years old. Started making memes for one of them web pages.
One of those old web pages.
On the internet.
I'm going to lose this. I'm so bad at this one at the moment.
Which game is it?
It's the one with all like the weird spinny bits. I was really good at it first, and now I'm just really bad.
Did we clarify? I'm not playing Fall Guys because I don't have it currently.
Yeah.
I know we did a Game Bites on it. That is out now, so yeah, people do know about that. It's weird. We always talk about stuff that's scheduled in advance. For once, we actually released.
I got in. I'm in. Holy shit! That was a good spoiler. Anyway, sorry. Go on. Yeah.
Sam during sex. Oh my god!
Holy shit!
I'm in.
I'm in.
I did it. Yeah, so we did the Game Bites, but I felt like I was going to be very busy with other stuff, with the other editing and the other shows we've got on. So I decided I was just going to refund it for now and wait until it was in a sale, because I like the game, but I don't really like it enough to pay full price.
Yeah, it's not like fully... I have a lot of criticisms of it. I mean, I'll talk...
If I had loads of spare time and like me, you and Reese could play it every night, then I would have paid full price for it. But considering I'd probably be paying it like once a week, maybe for an hour, like it didn't seem like it was worth the full price to me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Like, I'd pay that price. Like, you know, Halo Reach is $7.99 or $6.99 even on Steam, and I feel like you get a lot more out of Halo Reach than you do out of Fall Guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that all games should be £7. I'm just saying, I was like, maybe the tenner mark would have been okay. Yeah. 15 was pushing me a bit. It's like 16, isn't it? $15.99.
Oh no, it's $15.99. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, pushing it a little bit. Pushing it a little bit for us cheap boys. Like. Your boy's trying to save up to fucking do all these courses to go and work in Japan. Like, I gotta save that money.
I was gonna say then, do you want to talk about bits of news before we do our breakdown of the trailer?
Yes, before we do the trailer thing, we are going to talk a bit about Fall Guys, I think.
Yeah, we are.
Obviously, we both have slightly different opinions, but we both have some quite similar opinions too. We're not going to talk about just Fall Guys, because obviously it's the trend, so we'll get in on that for them juicy flicks. But we are going to talk about kind of just like these kind of multiplayer games in general, and other kind of multiplayer games. Multiplayer has always been a weird one for me, because I never really got into it until Halo 2.
Yeah.
Then I'm very picky with what multiplayer games I actually like. Like, I don't like that many multiplayer games. It's not that I'm against them. Like, I've had a good time playing a lot of them, but a lot of them I feel like you just play for a small amount of time and then I get bored of and I want to play something else.
Do you want to talk about that now, actually? Because I'm playing Fall Guys. So I guess I've
nice
just segue, isn't it?
I was going to end that sentence with, but we'll talk about that later because I'm going too deep. But I guess we can just use that as the intro then. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically my thoughts. I guess a lot of these games like Dead by Daylight. It was Evolve back in the day. I had. If anyone even remembers Evolve, that's my point. It's a game that's kind of faded into. But everyone was hype about it when it first came out. It was a massive thing, and like I paid full price for it, and I spent like 2 weeks playing it with my friends, and then I've never touched it since, and it just sits on my Steam account. Yeah, a lot of these games, I feel like a lot of people they do have staying power. Like people are still playing Dead by Daylight, but me personally, like I feel like once I've seen all the mechanics the game has to offer, and you're not giving me any additional story and stuff, unless like it's the biggest fucking kick ever to play with my friends, and my friends are constantly playing it, then I'm probably not going to stick around. Like, I'm okay with it for a bit.
Yeah, you need a lot of staying power, don't you? That's the thing. With
sometimes, even if my friends are playing it all the time, I still get bored of it. Like, I'm very fickle with these kind of things. I don't know if fickle's even the right word for it, to be honest. Fickle implies...
I'd say it's possible. Yeah, I'd say it's about the right word for it.
Let's see what fickle means. Let's EFAP this shit. Changing frequently, especially in regards to one's loyalties or affections. So yeah, I guess not fickle. Because I don't change back and forth a lot. It's just I get bored quickly. So I guess whatever the word for that would be.
Yeah, I
only changed the once. I never changed back to being interested.
I think the multiplayer games that I've properly put a lot of time and effort into have been... Oh, they got my fucking tail. I'm playing the tail tag one. I fucking hate it. Yeah, I think the one that I've properly had a lot of luck with in terms of multiplayer and how much I've loved it have been... the Bioshock 2 multiplayer, which is the first one I probably played.
I only played like 2 or 3 games of that. I can't really remember it. I remember it came out around the... Did it come out around the same time as Assassin's Creed 2? I seem to remember playing both multiplayers around the same time.
I think... Oh, I mean, no, that's Brotherhood. Brotherhood came out in the same year.
Okay, Brotherhood. Yeah. I never followed the Assassin's Creed games either, so I didn't know which one. But I remembered I was playing a demo for one of the multiplayers with one of my friends for Assassin's Creed, and then we also played the multiplayer demo for Bioshock 2. Or we might have actually played it properly, because I did own the game, but I just never played the multiplayer.
I adored the Bioshock 2 multiplayer. That was the first multiplayer.
What's it like there? I'm trying to remember. It feels like it was similar to... almost like it was kind of like the Left 4 Dead multiplayer, right? Where like one of you was the baddie and the other ones had to get away, kind of thing.
From what I remember, because it's been so fucking long.
Yeah, that's my issue.
There was basically like you played as all these different Rapture citizens, and you'd essentially like it was like a team. I
genuinely just forgot that Bioshock 2 was set in Rapture.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, wasn't Rapture the first game? Didn't they go into... I was like, no, wait, that's Bioshock Infinite. Yeah, Bioshock 2's in Rapture. Yeah.
It's
been a long time, guys. I need to watch Sam's Let's Plays of Bioshock 2.
Yeah, that'll be coming out soon. But
Plug.
But yeah, you'd have different game modes. You'd have like deathmatch, blah blah blah. You play as all these like eccentric characters, which I really liked. So all the characters would be different. You'd have plasmids and stuff, and which was obviously really fun. And then there'd be like a big daddy mode, I think, where you got like protect the daddy or something. I can't remember. It was a very long time ago, but I put a lot of time into that. Same with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, so I thought that multiplayer mode was really cool as well. And then I played loads of the Halo games and did all the multiplayer on them. I caught up with them, and then I think with COD Black Ops as well, I did loads of multiplayer on that. And then I just haven't really like fallen in love with a multiplayer mode of a big game like that in a long time.
I basically like I'd played a lot of split-screen multiplayer back in the day. Like, obviously, I had the... obviously, because everybody who's watching this episode, every single one of you, even in the future, if we ever, like, make it as a channel and people are watching this, all of you have obviously seen our video game special episode that we did earlier in the show. Yeah. So you all know I had a Sega Mega Drive first as a kid. So I played a lot of the split-screen stuff there, like Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles had the split screen, which we played on the channel too. Plug.
Forgot about that. That was like one of our first episodes.
Like Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, all those kind of things. I enjoyed all that. Obviously, that you needed people in the same room as you for that. But then I didn't play multiplayer PS2 much. It was literally like Crash Team Racing with my friends and my dad and stuff like that. One of the was it even Forza? Did Forza even exist on PS1? Or was it something else?
Xbox. Was it Gran Turismo?
Might have been Gran Turismo. Yeah, we played one of those a lot, me and my dad, because my dad liked the real racing games where you didn't throw shells at each other. Or whatever the fuck it was in Crash. TNT, I guess. Yeah. My dad just didn't understand how the mechanics worked, so he's always miffed when I'd beat him at Crash, because he was like, but I was racing good. And I was like, yeah, but you didn't use any items. He's like, why have I got items? It's a race. I'm like, oh, Dad. Didn't you grow up watching Wacky Races? Don't you understand this shit?
Easy concept.
But yeah, that was about it on PS1, I think. And then we got to the Xbox and the PS2. Yeah. And that was when I was in comprehensive school and I started going around to... one of my friends was invited to his friend's house. It was a guy I didn't even know. It was like a bunch of lads I didn't even know. But then they invited me around, so I just kind of joined their gang. And we had 2 Xboxes linked up with a LAN cable, like one in his upstairs bedroom and one downstairs. So we had like 8-player Halo 2 with 4 people downstairs and 4 people upstairs.
Yeah.
And that was like when I first was like, oh my god, I get it. I get the fun of doing this with your friends. This is the whole thing. And then obviously it just kind of from there, I think straight from there was into like the 360 era. Like I can't remember playing anything else multiplayer in, not like that at least in PS2 and Xbox era. I mean, there was probably some stuff on PS2. I played like split screen. I played the. Did you ever play the Lord of the Rings game?
The Shadow of Mordor ones, or
no, the actual like it was like the Two Towers and the Return of the King, like the PS2 games and the 360 games. I think.
I did not know.
They had like 4-player co-op split screen. They were quite fun. Back when movie games could be half decent. But yeah, then it went straight to like Halo on 360, and that was when I started getting into it online. I guess was the 360 era. Yeah. Where I started playing like Halo and Call of Duty, like you said. I had Forza on 360, stuff like that. Started playing a lot with my mate Matt online because he lived in a different town, so we just used to go online a lot. Gears of War, all those things.
Forgot Gears of War. Yeah, that was huge for multiplayer.
I only ever played Gears of War 1. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as Halo.
Yeah.
It was one of those games where like the story didn't grasp me on Gears of War, so I actually like preferred the multiplayer. Weirdly.
I really liked the GTA 5 multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
That'd be something we play soon.
Was that? Oh, that was that for PS3. I was like, wait, that was next gen, wasn't it? No, that was that gen. I forgot that was even out on PS3.
Yeah, well, I never played the GTA.
I never finished it on PS3. So. That's why. I got halfway through the game, and then I kind of stopped playing it, like I do with a lot of open world stuff, and I just got like overwhelmed with all the side missions and everything, and I was like, But then I went back to it on Steam, and I really, really got into it, and I completed the whole thing and had a really good time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think it was the first GTA I actually finished.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of... I think probably mine, actually, as well.
The further I got into it, the more I realised like I was actually really into the story and the characters, which I hadn't got that much with some of the older GTA games. I've gone back and played some of them now, and I think I was wrong for what that's worth. Like, I think I was just a kid and I didn't really get it.
Yeah.
Because I started playing San Andreas on PS4 and... San Andreas? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was getting confused with the San Andreas movie with the fucking rock in it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, no, not that. That's a shitty... And I was like, no, wait, they've got the same name. I started playing that. And I actually like it a lot more than I did as a kid. So I think maybe I just didn't get the vibe as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch The Phantom Menace and you're like, this is great. Then you watch it as an adult and you're like,
Yeah.
Got some moments.
One moment, I'm just gonna like close my window because it's raining and it's very heavy.
Heavy rain!
There we go. Sorted.
We already made a heavy rain joke last podcast.
Jason!
Baby Cage.
Baby Cage.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3, weirdly, was one I played a lot. I was pissed off that game had multiplayer because I loved the Mass Effect series, and I hated that they were like, we're going to put multiplayer in it now randomly, and I was like, don't, just focus on the fucking story.
Do you remember they did that with Arkham Origins? Arkham Origins.
Arkham. Just made me think of like Batman, but he's a black whale, killer whale. Arkham.
Yeah, that was bad.
Wait, there is a killer whale in Arkham Origins, isn't there? Or is that City? It's under the ice.
It's a shark. It's a shark, I think. Yeah, I played it recently.
Is there a killer whale? I'm sure it's a killer whale.
It was a shark. I played it recently. Okay. It was in the Penguins Museum. It was like a robot thing. It was weird. Yeah, the Arkham Origins multiplayer. I played that one game of that and I thought, no, I don't know.
There's a Batman villain called Orca.
Oh, is there? Oh, actually, I think there is a. Yeah, is it like a female? It's a female. I remember having a big book, and I remember that might be an main character.
It's a thick chick.
Cool. Arkham Origins.
Thick, yeah. I mean, she's really muscular because she's a shark. Well, killer whale, I guess.
Yes. Of course. Stop fucking holding me.
I like. Real name, Dr. Grace Balin. Abilities. As Orca, she grows much larger in size.
That's it.
Okay.
She becomes Chonk.
She Chonk.
Essentially.
It also says increased strength and excellent swimming abilities, which is great. I love that they put that. She has excellent swimming abilities.
Oh, good. Good. She's got 10 meters then.
Yeah, she's good. She's fucking, I forgot her name. That chick from Skins in Crawl.
Oh, Kaya Scooter, what her name is, yeah.
Scatman.
That is the one. That is exactly the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's a good name. But yes. I never played the Arkham ones.
Oh, I'm out! No! Out, am I?
I was going to do that, fuck.
Oh, it's going so well. Fuckers.
Yeah, I never played the Arkham multiplayer.
Yeah,
I thought I had for a second, but it was actually the challenge maps, which were still single player, weren't they?
Yeah. Like I said, I just remember playing like the first one game, and I was like, no, this is not very good.
That's what I mean. It says a lot, though, doesn't it? That I owned that game, and at no point did I even like check out the multiplayer. Like, I didn't even play half a game to see what it was like. Like, I just have very little interest in certain multiplayer unless it really grabs.
It really annoyed me when they did that. Putting multiplayer into every fucking game ever.
And you know it's going to be slightly at the expense of the story. You know resources are going into that.
Yeah. That's
being taken away from the story.
The only ones I can say it worked well for were Bioshock 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and then from then on I've just not liked one since that have done that. Like with Halo, that's part of the package, that's fine. Call of Duty, again, it's part of the package. But like anything like that, like that's a single player heavy focused game, and then like maybe a sequel to later into the game, they just think, nah, let's stick this fucking tacked on multiplayer mode because it's popular on. I don't like that.
But I don't know, like I haven't done many recently. I kind of went a few years without playing multiplayer altogether, really, and then we started again at the start of this year, I guess, with lockdown.
Yeah.
So that's basically my reintroduction when we started playing Halo online.
You just gotta find the right people and the right games that those people play to play it, I feel. I want to play with people I know. I will play it like I'm doing now with Fall Guys. I'll play with people I don't know, but it gets boring.
I used to play Halo a lot on my own. Halo 3. Like, I used to just play random multiplayer matches to, like, level up and get armor pieces. And
yeah.
I enjoyed it to a degree. I enjoyed it, obviously, a lot less than when I was playing with other people.
Yeah.
But it was alright.
I enjoyed it more playing on my own, and then now I'm like, I want friends to play with.
To jump into the meta of it, I guess, I much prefer games like what we did with what we're doing for the channel, where you can go through the campaign with a friend. I think that's much more fun than the competitive multiplayer, or even if it's like a competitive campaign with like scoring and things.
I like co-op. Co-op's king.
Yeah, I like it when there's a story involved in the multiplayer. That's why I really liked what they did with the Old Republic MMO, which I'm hoping we still play for the channel at some point if you get it.
Well, we were saying as well with Gotham Knights, that's going to be co-op.
Yeah.
And I guess Suicide's got to be co-op as well. So,
did you play any of the Mass Effect games?
I didn't know. I played a bit. Oh, I played a bit of the third one.
You saw Dyer play, right? You said.
Yeah. I've seen the.
You know how like the dialogue
basically.
wheel works in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Like they have that in the Old Republic. It's a dialogue wheel with choices, and when you're playing together with a friend of like you can have up to 4 people. It basically does like a roll, like an RPG roll, and the person with the highest score of their roll, it picks their dialogue choice. So everybody kind of gets a random chance to say their piece.
That's cool.
So like for instance, there's a mission where you get to the end of it and you can either execute a guy or you can take him prisoner. And like if I said I want to kill him, and then you and these other online player were like I want to save him, and then I won, and then I would kill him, and you guys would be like, whoa, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I like that they put that in where it feels like you're actually playing the story with your friends, and you get to make choices with your friends, and you get to actually experience an RPG story with multiple routes with your friends. And I'd never seen anything like that before, which I was quite liked. So I'm hoping we do a bit of that. I think maybe we'll just we'll play it sometime for fun when we can be asked, and then we'll just cut it down into like a highlights let's play.
Yeah, I'm down.
Could be fun.
So yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I much prefer that stuff. But then I do like stuff like Firefight.
Firefight's good, yeah. It's
I like
good
those
to
kind of
turn
like
your brain
horde
off
mode things
for a bit.
where you're playing you're playing with your friends, I guess, against AI.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like that as much multiplayer wise, but I've always thought it was quite fun.
Well, like I said, it's good to turn your brain off for a bit and just kind of have some mindless killing with your friends. You know what I mean? Like it's like Left 4 Dead as well. Like that's kind of similar.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, there's certainly some missions on Firefight where we got our ass handed to us and didn't turn our brain off.
Oh yeah. But that's what I mean. It's part of the fun, and I like to see. It's like COD Zombies is basically that's like a phenomenon.
Yeah.
It's so big, so popular.
I think Firefight to me is closer to like Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead's basically Firefight with a bit of story thrown in.
Yeah.
I like those games. Neither of us mentioned Left 4 Dead for some reason.
I did. I just did then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's about firefights.
Oh, I meant like back when we were doing our, the history of our multiplayers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I assume you played it back on 360.
No, I've only played on. I watched my friend play it on 360.
It was a big one for me on 360.
Yeah.
That and Left 4 Dead 2. And Portal 2.
I was just about to say Portal 2. I think Portal 2 is probably like a very good example where they've done the multiplayer right, because it is only 2-person co-op, and it wasn't a sacrifice to the story of the single player either.
It's basically a second campaign.
Yeah, which I really like about it. I really respect that. They
trying to
put as much effort into either gameplay.
I feel like there are a few other games that have done that, but I'm blanking off the top of my head. But I do like that. It's very rare, but I think I have seen some other things where it's like, oh, you can have the main campaign where you play as main protagonist person, hero, and then also there's a multiplayer campaign where you play as 2 random other characters, and it's like, oh, I like that. It's
nifty.
That's quirky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess we've done more of a history than an actual analysis, but it's kind of what we were doing.
I think now, comparing to how it is now, the climate, it's not. You've got your Fortnite.
I just think all the games now are
Battle Royale.
To quote Jim Sterling, as much as I don't want to, it's the live services thing, isn't it? The live services. That's basically everything now is. We want to make a multiplayer game, we want to like rush it out at low effort, and we want to then keep it going for as long as possible and try and keep people in it and playing it and paying extra stuff to be good at it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes Fortnite, and sometimes it goes the way of Apex Legends. No, not Apex Legends. Was it Apex Legends? What's the other one?
Apex Legends is very Fortnite style.
No, what's the one that failed? The one BioShock did. Anthem. That's it.
Anthem. Oh yeah, that's like Destiny.
It was an
Destiny. Very Destiny style, isn't it?
Yeah, but I was on about like successful and failure was my point.
Oh right, yeah.
Sometimes they go the way of Fortnite and their cultural phenomenons, and sometimes they go the way of Anthem and they're just forgotten about. Or Evolve, I guess, is another example. Like sometimes they just don't hit. And that's what I don't like about them, to be honest. I don't like that it's a gamble when I pay for a game, whether the game will be relevant in a few months.
Yeah.
Especially if the game is only multiplayer. If the game's multiplayer and single player, I don't care, because even if it's irrelevant online, I can still play it by myself and enjoy the campaign.
Yeah.
But if it's just multiplayer, like something like Fall Guys, I'm never 100% sure. Like, I think Fall Guys is going to do well from the way it's looking, but it totally depends on how they update it.
Yeah.
If they don't add a lot of new levels and the updates are more cosmetic and fixes to what exists, I think people will get bored of it very quick.
Oh yeah.
It very much depends on how the devs work on it and whether they want to move on to something else. Like, it's always a gamble with these type of games.
Well, as they're saying, it's season 1, so I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, but then
I'll admit,
I'm always like, well, is season 2 going to involve some kind of additional monetary purchase, or is season 2 going to, come with a lot of additional cosmetics that we also have to buy coins to get? Or
I assume season 2 will be like more different courses and stuff. And
I know it's going to have
big
courses.
change
I'm saying on top of that, is it going to have additional payments, additional purchases?
Yeah.
What else are you going to cram into it to try and get money out? Because it seems, a bit wishful thinking to think that a dev's going to just keep adding to a game for free.
Yeah, no, totally, I get you.
So, I don't know, I liked it. I did like it. And I will probably pick it up again at some point when it's a bit cheaper. If everyone's still playing it, obviously.
It's quirky, yeah. It's got a very quirky style. I like that about it, but I guess we'll see, yeah, as you say. Then there's games like Among Us, which we've been playing with Reese, which are very cheap, and there's a lot of longevity to them because every game feels vastly different, and you're connecting with a lot of the players a lot more, and it's kind of a mental game as well, which is great.
Yeah, the chat's a good aspect.
I like that about it.
Just being able to fucking shitpost is good fun.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the old fucking the RuneScape kind of things where you would just fuck around on chat and piss with other players in game.
Yeah. Piss, shit, and cum with other
players. I think I meant to say piss around, but I just said piss.
Piss, shit, and cum.
You just piss with them, just me and some of the players. Yo, you want to go down by the river and piss? Yeah, man.
Yes, son. Let's do it. Oh, I'm doing slime climb. This is going to be fun.
Should we cross the streams?
Let's see.
And that's how you make online friends, kids.
Oh, yeah. But now a lot of the days it's just battle royale. Let's get a battle royale in it. It's how fucking boring are you? Why don't you be more inventive than Fortnite?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I guess it's cynical sounding. I guess it's cynical reviews. I guess it's cynic snacks. But whenever I see any of them like this, as soon as I saw Fall Guys, and I'm not 100% sure that's what it is, because like I said, I enjoyed it. I'm not trying to shit on specifically that, but I mean games like this. Whenever I see a game like this, my first thought is that's been made primarily to milk people's wallets.
Not because they care about making a game.
That hasn't been made because they thought this would be a fun game. That'd be made because they thought this will be a pretty fun game that a lot of people will buy.
Yeah.
It's the same as I feel about a lot of the Battle Royale stuff and a lot of those kind of games. And as I said, it's subjective. I'm not shitting on people that do like them before we get a load of haters like your other video. You guys must be fun. I bet you don't play any video games with anybody. You're so boring. Shut up.
You must be so fun at parties.
Yeah.
I am.
But my point is, it's a subjective thing. It's a personal thing. There's a lot of people out there that might have a bit more expendable income. I might not be worried about other expenses who think, I don't even care if the game does only last for a month. I'd pay 15 quid to have a good time for a month with my friends.
Yeah.
Great. Good for you. That's a good thing. Genuinely, sounds sarcastic, but I'm not. I'm genuinely yeah, that's good. There is, it's the same for me. It's just a price limit. You know what I mean? To me, I'm I would pay £10 to play around for a month on that game with my friends. Probably wouldn't pay 16. It's only 6 quid difference, not a lot. But I'm that's like a food shop.
Yeah.
That's like a week's worth of food for me. I can live on 6 quid. That'll do me.
No,
I can buy
totally.
3 packets of bacon for that. 3!
Free, Shaq? That's insane.
I could live like a king.
Oh, no! Okay, cool. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I could have done that.
Fuck off, show.
Fuck off, show.
I like that. I always think of it as Mauler, even though Drinker does it all the time, more so now. Fuck off, show.
I don't know. Do you want to talk any more about it? Because like I say, I finished this game, so if we want to go back onto the trailer, we can do any time.
Up to you. I didn't know whether you wanted to talk a little bit about Fall Guys in general now. Just to
sure.
Seamlessly move into that conversation, I guess.
I'll probably get knocked out in 2 games anyway, so that should
just kind of talk more about that game in general, since that's a big thing right now. Because we both played it, we put a game bites out, and we clearly did enjoy some of it.
Yeah, there's a very good video by our boy JXC. I'll link it. I'll just put
I enjoyed that.
He did a very good video where he was giving it criticism, but out of love, and I get where he's coming from. A lot of it. I think some of it.
Yeah. Did you hear them talking about it on EFAP 100 yesterday?
I heard a little bit where.
By the way, shout out to the EFAP boys for doing EFAP 100. They're still going currently. They started at 2 p.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
When did we? 4 hours later, we started recording the
DC Fandome.
DC stream. We're now the next day talking about it on a podcast, and they're still doing the same stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still going. I just checked now.
Ambitious,
cool.
Isn't it?
They're good boys. They're good boys.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they were talking about, like, Mauler said...
he said it was 50-50, the game.
Yeah. It was I can't remember who said. He was like, it's a good game. And he's like, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's basically my take. I'm like, it's a good game, and it has bad parts. I guess it's just game to game. It's not really one game. It's multiple games. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. It's some good games and some bad games, because it's not just one game. It's multiple games in one package.
My main criticism with it is the team games. Oh my god, this is hell. Sorry, you'll see this when you watch it back, but that was hell. Because the team games, the issue with them is that a lot of it is just you're playing solo. That's most of the game. Most of like the rounds you'll play are solo. As soon as you get put in a team game, other people are slacking off or they're just not doing a very good job. Yeah. Then it's going to affect you, and you're going to lose your place. You've worked your way up to get to this point, and then loads of people in the fucking fall ball level fuck you over because they just don't want to play, or they don't know how to play, or they're just not
also interested. A lot of the team games, like you see in our game bites, like the egg one.
Yeah.
As soon as one team starts losing, the other teams just go, right, well, we'll just fuck that team over.
And it's like, yeah, but...
Because two teams qualify, so they only have to fuck one over. So once someone... It's like the wounded gazelle thing, really, isn't it? Like in nature, like once one team has a clear weakness, the other teams go, right, well, we'll just devour that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's no chance of winning. Like at that point, you're just basically waiting for the timer to run out in boredom, knowing that you're going to get kicked.
Yeah.
Like... There's easy fixes to them. There's easy fixes to most of the issues like that, the way the team games work. They could remove the timer and do it based on like how many eggs you can get, and then the eggs disappear when they go into the thing, so it's like a full-on score. Or they could do it where the timer stays and the timer's related to how long you hold the eggs, same as what the tail one.
Well, it's like everyone was saying with the...
Like, if you've got 10 eggs for 5 seconds, you get 1 point. If you've got 15 eggs for 5 seconds, you get 2 points. That kind of thing.
Yeah, because the issue with the tail one is that, especially in the solo tail one, when you have... If you could have the tail for the entirety of the game, entirety of the time, and you could be feeling really good. You could be working really hard to make sure it stays there and you've kept it. But then if someone grabs it at the last second, that work's stripped away and you're eliminated. And I think that's wrong. I don't think that's very good at all. I don't think that's my main issue with it, is that there are, with the tail tag ones anyway, that's, I think, a lot of bollocks, personally.
Yeah. Sorry, tangent. You can cut this. Actually, leave it in. Fuck it. It's related to what we said earlier if you left that bit in the podcast. I've got the Orca page left open in the background while you're talking, since I'm not playing anything. Apparently she was in the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, really?
But I just like the quote at the end. I don't remember it, but it says, in preparing to help Batman fight Joker and the Phantom Zone inmates, Batgirl asks Orca what her powers are, and she states, I'm a whale.
I don't remember that, but that's quite funny.
That's a good line.
Yeah.
Orca spends too much money on microtransactions, confirmed. Do you know that one? Whale terminology? I
don't know.
A whale's someone who spends like ridiculous amounts of money on like microtransactions, like on phone games or I guess in games like Fortnite and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Someone that spends like it's basically the industry name, and then it got taken by people to kind of meme, I guess.
Yeah.
Basically, like the industry, they think of you as a whale because you're the like catching the white whale, basically.
Yeah.
You're the one that brings all the money into the company. So a lot of these games with microtransactions, they appeal to these quote unquote whales. That's the term. So the game's made to be like, well, we'll have 700 players, but out of those 700 players, 10 of them will be whales, and they'll be the ones that are basically funding the game.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I think my numbers were very small there. It'd be more like we've got 700,000 players, and 100 of them will be whales.
Yeah. Oh, no.
But then it's become like a whole thing. Now you've got like tiers. So people are like, I'm a dolphin. I only spend X amount on a game.
I'm a tuna fish.
I said I'm a minnow on one of the meme
plankton.
groups I was in. Because I was like, literally, whenever I play a game, like a phone game or something that's free,
Yeah.
if I really like it and I like the story and I'm enjoying playing it, then I'll probably like buy something from the store that's like £5 or something.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, right, that's me supporting the game at least, you know.
You're a krill. Krill, that's a good one. That's tiny.
I am. I'm a krill.
Not a shill, a krill.
I'm Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, but also a krill.
Yay, we're going to lose. Probably a good time too. I assume we'll be moving on. But yay, we fucking lost. Cool.
So yeah, we've kind of enjoyed Fall Guys.
I'm still enjoying it. I think it's getting repetitive, but I like playing it with friends. Like I've been playing with Kyle a bit and his mates, and it's good.
I don't like what they did with the cosmetics, as I said when we recorded. I think I cut that out of the game bites, but yeah, I didn't like the idea that there were no cosmetics at the start apart from the wolf outfit.
Thing, yeah.
It seems like they know a lot of people like me. I like to customize my character. That's the thing I enjoy doing the most.
Yeah.
And they're like, cool, well, the only way you can do that is by playing lots of games and unlocking coins, or buying coins and unlocking outfits with them.
Yeah,
so a lot of people will start the game and go, I don't want to play a load of games as this boring-looking default character, so I'll buy a coin pack and I'll buy the outfit straight away to play the game. They know a lot of people will do that.
Yeah.
So I felt a bit cheap there. I felt like they could have given you at least, like, 3 or 4 choices, so at least people could have some variety at the start of the game.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It seemed like straight away that was my indicator. I was like, yeah, they just want money. But yeah, it's like you can unlock everything just by playing.
You can't unlock everything, which is sad.
Yeah,
you can only unlock like.
There's some that are like pre-order bonuses, aren't there?
Oh yeah, there's some like DLC packs you can get. I mean, I'm rich on the DLC store now, so everyone can see it. But basically, like, yeah, you've got like.
So I was giving them too much credit.
Yeah.
You can't unlock everything by playing, which is, I mean, it's okay. A lot of games do that, but I mean, it would be better. It depends what they've got locked behind the paywall. If the paywall has all the best stuff, which I assume is probably the case, then I don't know. It's less predatory than loot boxes, but it's still a bit. When they know it's this type of game where. Like, the big appeal is I'm playing with my friends and I want to stand out and look like my own unique character. They know a lot of weak-willed young'uns will be like, ooh, I can pay this money to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's it's appeasing to kids as well, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got my issues with it, but overall I thought it was quite a fun experience. I'm just worried about the nature of it, I guess, and like the longevity of it.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
No, totally. I agree.
There we go.
Yes. I'll let you do the pausing.
Tape sounds. So, we're pretty sure that's our boy Riddler.
We are indeed.
Not him.
No.
I do love the music choice.
Your secret friend. Who?
The whole tone is fucking great.
Yeah, I'm fucking
That
digging.
fucking dumb movie Bob Tweet saying
Oh, I
it's
know.
like it's nothing like the Nolan tone.
Yeah.
Let's play a game. Just me and you. Any of this mean anything to you?
Oh, let's pause it there. Pause it. Fucking
We
there.
both paused. No, we did it again.
Fuck, go back.
It's just the meme. Go back.
I mean, so I guess we'll just talk about this first chunk, and then we'll talk about Batterson a little bit.
He looks good, but it's a bit harsh to call him a chunk.
No, the first chunk.
He's not that much, man. Penguin's like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, so Riddler's the main antagonist. Paul Dana, our boy Paul Dana.
Yes, we don't see his face in this trailer, but it is Paul Dana.
He's I mean, we were speculating when we were talking about this originally if that guy with the tape was him, but like he's got glasses on and stuff, and it most likely is. We could be totally wrong, but it most likely is.
Yeah, thematically, it seemed like they were hinting at it with the green jacket, which a lot of people would be like, "Oh, it's the green jacket, you're so dumb." And like, it doesn't mean it's the Riddler. I'm like, well, yeah, we know it doesn't mean it's the Riddler. We're just saying I think that was the intent.
Implication, yeah.
Like, I think they were and obviously he's there wrapping up the guy that has the fucking Riddler letter stuck to him.
Yeah.
And he keeps coming up on screen at points where Paul Dano's voice is playing, so we think probably the Riddler.
We also, apparently, like, Matt Reeves and loads of other people have been saying, like, while this isn't exactly an origin story for Batman, it's an origin story for the Riddler and Catwoman and the Penguin. So I assume that this is him in, like, his early stage where he's just working alone. So
what he means by it in Penguin, because Penguin looks like we do see Penguin in this. Later, Penguin does look like he's already kind of a crime boss because he has thugs. So I wonder if it's more that he becomes
bigger,
the Penguin as opposed to Oswald Cobblepot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well,
he accepts his darker persona, I guess.
Well, they're alluding to. Well, I mean, John Turturro's playing Carmine Falcone, and then Maroney's alluded to be in this. So I maybe like he's bringing them down. Maybe I don't know. And
there is also a chance that Penguin is part of that gang.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he might not be the guy that's running it. He might be a thug like them working for Falcone or something. That might be his origin in this, as he goes from lower down in the crime family to trying to get on the top seat.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say as well, like totally. What I was going to say, though, is that if this is an origin story for the Rogues Gallery, the fact that Riddler's working on his own, doing all this stuff on his own in this mask and stuff, and he looks quite, this is him.
Well, it makes sense. Like I said, I like the comic booky stuff. Like, I do enjoy it in certain contexts. Like I've said before, I like Gotham. I think Gotham's a good show in like a comic booky vibe.
Yeah.
I don't think it would work tonally in this world. Like, in that you have like Riddler planting a bomb in a building and he's just wearing an overcoat and a flat cap pulled slightly down over his face. Like, I don't think that would work in this world. You'd be like, well, someone would have seen his face, or there'd be a camera footage. Just, like you accept it in that kind of show because you're like, oh yeah, well, it's kind of like it's a bit like Hammy style comic book.
Yeah.
Whereas this seems like it's a bit more gritty, realistic comic book. So I'm okay with the fact he's hiding his face. He's trying to do it smart and realistically and stay out of sight. I'm sure we'll see his face in the movie.
Yeah, he'll get unmasked at some point, and that'll probably make him blossom into a character that'll probably.
I think there's a chance. There's a chance we won't, but there's a chance we will see like a fully fledged Riddler by the end.
Yeah.
So I'm not too concerned about the outfit thing. I'm sure a lot of people are. I haven't actually looked at the Twitter responses yet. Like I said, I was editing all morning, so I don't know if you've seen what people's reaction to the Riddler are, if they even know it's the Riddler.
Lots of people are more reacting to Batman. From what I've seen, but some people have been saying, "Oh, it's the Riddler! We're finally getting the Riddler after all these years in a movie again." So that's good. Yeah, it's really good to see that.
I expected to hear some, oh, he looks silly. He's just wearing tape, but he's got a gimp mask on. Oh.
Yeah, he's obviously wearing something to cover his face. Like it makes sense if he's trying to hide his identity because he's a mystery, I guess. In this,
yeah, I'm like, well, did you kick off that he wasn't wearing the Riddler suit in Arkham Origins? Because
it's like
same thing. Let's quickly take apart this beautiful, beautiful, sexy ass suit.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
I fucking love it too.
Everyone was saying it looked really rubber and shit, like when the set photos came out, but it reminds me of the Arkham Knight suit mixed with the Keaton mask.
I love the cowl.
Yeah.
I love the height of it. I love, like, people are saying it makes the top of his head look too big. I feel like that's like part of it. That's what makes him look more inhuman and intimidating almost.
I think long ears help.
Yeah. But like the bit between the ears is obviously higher than the top of his hair. It looks higher than the top of his head.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some padding in there. But that also makes sense because it's meant to protect his fucking head.
Yeah, exactly.
Even on a realistic level. But outside of a realistic level, I think it aesthetically looks good. Like if I saw him, I'd be like, oh, he's a menacing figure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which is what Batman's meant to be. Also, I'd like to point out, obviously we know because we're the audience, but even as the audience, like I look at this picture, and if no one had told me, I wouldn't know that was Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he looks unrecognizable.
This is the first Batman where you don't look at him and go, well, that's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I totally.
This is the first
I'm
live
totally
action
with you.
Batman where you don't just go, that's Bruce Wayne's face.
Yeah,
Is actually disguised by the cowl and the way it works. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
can't 100% say that it's him, which is really quite cool considering how many movies we've had at this point.
Do you want to talk about the gun?
Yeah,
when I say the gun,
I think it's a gun. There was a rumor it's a gun.
here's
we
the
watched
bat,
it with
the bat
Reese
symbol, by
yesterday,
the
and
way.
Reese said he thought it wasn't
Yeah.
a gun.
What about the
I
bat
still think it
symbol?
looks like a gun.
Yeah.
It's the bat, like in the middle,
Yeah.
bat
It's
logo.
apparently the gun, Churchill's gun that used to kill his parents.
I'm moving my
allegedly.
mouse around, and then I realised you couldn't see it on my screen.
I'll
but
do it here.
those bits in the middle,
Yeah,
they're like bits where it butterflies off the
That's
split.
right.
They look like the two halves of a gun handle to me.
yeah. I like that idea. Some people don't. I like the idea that he's using that to remember the fact, this is why he does what he does. The gun that killed his parents and such. I like that idea. If that is the case, I think it probably is, just by the way it looks, like we were saying.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't get the issue. Like, are people saying they don't like it, like, thematically? Like, they think it's a bit cringe or something? I don't know.
Thematically, it works, though.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I mean. What's the
yeah.
criticism? I don't understand what the criticism is. I haven't seen it, really. I'm asking you. You've seen the tweets.
Just a lot of people just saying, oh. There are people who are saying it like, I don't like it, but they're not really giving a reason as to why they don't like it. I guess they find it maybe a bit cringe.
Yeah, but I don't
just
get
in,
how. Like, it seems
yeah.
like it's perfectly in line with Batman's character. Like, do they think it's cringe when he, like, looks at anyone with a pearl necklace and he's like, oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm sad because it reminds me of my mom. Are they like, oh, he's thinking about his dead parents, cringe.
Yeah. Plus, like,
that's,
Matt
that's
Reeves.
what the fucking character is, you fools.
Exactly, like director Matt Reeves said, like this is a film about his the psychology of Batman as well, and like I mean we have had a lot of that in the past, but I mean that's one good thing towards implied that yes, this is about psychology. Is the gun? I think that's going to be a big part of it. So, well, not a big part of it, but I just like the concept. It's different. It's new.
We can also assume this is a suit that's going to evolve since it's his first year as Batman.
Yeah, second year apparently.
Second
year
year.
2, yeah.
Early
Surprised
Batman
me.
is what I meant to
Yeah.
say. But I think it works more thematically because there's some stuff we'll talk about later that fits into this. You'll know what I mean when I say it. But I like the idea that not only does he have this reminder of that, but he has a literal symbol of a weapon that's used to kill on the front of his chest, almost as a reminder to himself of what he doesn't do.
Yeah.
Which I think will probably play into it.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I didn't think about it that way, but I like that. Yeah. I was going to say, before we skip past, obviously we got a look of Jim Gordon as well, played by Jeffrey Wright.
Yes.
I think he's a fucking great actor. I mean,
I'm excited for him as Gordon.
yeah, a lot
He
of people
looks good in this
complaining-
so far. I mean, we didn't get a lot of him in this trailer, but
I think
Yeah.
he's going to be a big part. Yeah, a lot of people complaining about his race and stuff. I'm like, I don't give a shit. If he can play the character well, I don't give a crap. He's a great actor, so...
yeah, I said this before. I was like, when they first started talking about casting, and we were like, we were talking about this kind of thing because everyone was talking about race swaps and all those things.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it's not forced, I don't care. Like, as long as they embody what the character is, unless part of the character's backstory is inherently tied to their race. Like,
Yeah.
I get that. Like, if it's supposed to be like, oh, this character's, like if they did fucking Venom 2 and made Cletus Cassidy black, then I'd be like, well, he's supposed to be a hillbilly, like, racist murderer.
Yeah.
You can't really make him. Like, that kills what the character's about.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
if it doesn't affect the character's backstory, if it's just a side thing,
Yeah.
then
Who gives
I
two?
don't really get, like we said, I'd happily have a Black Riddler. We even talked about who could be a good Black Riddler.
Sterling K. Brown. He'd be great.
Hey, Brown.
Yeah.
I think Sterling was our top choice, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. I think
Yeah.
he'd be very good in that role, yeah. Anyway,
Doesn't get enough good roles, Sterling, bless him.
no, I like him. I like to see him in some more stuff, actually. He's very talented. But yeah, I guess we'll...
Sterling K. Brown for Batman 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Where he plays a Black Riddler, yeah.
I don't know. No, I was thinking of the villain, but I don't know.
Well, it's like we were talking about
Make
Billy
him
D.
Two-Face.
Williams.
Like, let
Yeah.
him do what we were supposed to have in the Tim Burton Two-Face.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, Billy D. Williams, I'd have happily seen him as Two-Face. I would have loved to have seen that interpretation. Obviously, we didn't. But I would have been happily...
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It makes no... Like, with that character, again, it makes no difference. Like,
Yeah,
he just has to be a DA from Gotham, and he has to embody what Harvey Dent's values are,
yeah.
and then he has to embody what the personality of Two-Face is. And if the actor can do that, who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Catwoman's been cast as a black actress as well. I mean, we'll get into it. We'll we'll get to...
Should we talk very briefly about... we pointed out there's some news clippings on the wall of Riddler's crime scene. And,
with Maroni.
Maroni in there, and another Don, which we don't know if it's Falcone or someone else. You read a different name on the paper, didn't you?
Yeah, Don. I can't remember now, but like it was definitely.
It didn't have Don on the other name. That's what I mean. The other name was below it, so I didn't know whether that paragraph was related to the Don bit or not. But
yeah, I don't think it was Falcone because he's being played by John Turturro, and then later on in the trailer we do see a funeral, and I assume it's the Don guy. Yeah,
I guess that's more professional.
Yeah.
Before or after the letter? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, he doesn't look like John Turturro, so I doubt it's him.
Mayor Mitbl something there.
So I guess it's maybe
Mayor
Don
something Jr.
Mitchell, maybe?
Mitchell Jr. So I don't know if it's Don Mitchell Jr. or I don't know if that headline's not related to the one above it. That's what I meant.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That is possible, but it seems connected because it says Don's done it again, and then says he wins his third which seems to connect it.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a guy called Don, which would be funny because you'd have two crime dons and then a mayor called Don.
And then you've got
and then a thing over here saying King Don.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about how there's a bit of the paper that says talk? Now talk.
Now talk. Oh, it's amazing.
I like to think that's intentional. I like to think that's Matt Reeves having fun. Good stuff. All right, well, we'll get back to...
let's do it. What's the next chunk?
Oh. Fat Vacuum Phoenix.
Yeah. Ooh, Chemical Romance, Batman.
You're becoming quite a celebrity.
Alfred voice, bang on. I keep thinking this music's going to go into the Imperial March, I'm not going to lie.
To you.
Listen to that, lad. It's like, whenever I'm full screen, I can't pause it.
Does it actually pause it here, and then we'll talk about what we've just seen?
It goes like ding, 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 ding. I'm waiting for it to do that last bit. Like, listen when the car comes in. Right.
You're becoming quite a celebrity.
Ding,
You didn't, yeah.
I'm waiting for it to do the Imperial March every time. But yeah, we've got obviously Riddler doing some. Reese described it as like Saw vibe.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too Saw. It's a little bit, but like for
not.
ages, everyone's been saying they should do the Riddler as a Saw villain, and I was like, no, they shouldn't do the Riddler as a Saw villain. But he can be Saw-esque.
Yeah.
Like he has the Saw elements to it, obviously, but it's not like he's got people strapped to
He
fucking...
seems very Heath Ledger Joker in the way he's doing
I have to blow my nose, so apologies. I was trying to wait until a part where there was no to talk about, but I was like, no, I can't breathe.
I'll go from here. He's very Heath Ledger Joker-esque if the way he's doing these things and stuff, like getting this guy look with a phone trapped to him and stuff. Like that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, similar. I mean, Joker didn't. That was more Saw. So the fucking bomb folded someone.
Exactly. Yeah. Should we talk about what we've seen with the Batcave?
Yes.
Because we had a look at it last night, but...
I'm trying to get to it. Oh, man, I went far too far. Wait, what?
Yeah, about here, isn't it? Yeah. Oh.
I have to do it with
there
my
we
clicker.
go.
With my old clicker, because the keyboard's not doing it. So yeah, are you still full screen there?
I am, yes.
Good. I have to go off full screen to do all this, which is annoying, because if I try and click play, it just pauses again. It's dumb.
So
it looks like it's some kind of underground, either a subway or like a transit system, I guess, for like cars.
Yeah, it gives me the vibes of Wonder City from Arkham City. What
do they call those? Is it just an underpass? Is that the name?
Yeah.
But yeah, they have them in New York. These big, you go under the river in these tunnels, these underpass tunnels. And I'm wondering if it's something like that, where they built like a transit system underneath Gotham for some reason, but then it got abandoned when the Waynes died.
Yeah, you can see on, I'm just where I'm pointing now on my cursor, I think it says Wayne on the little bridgey bit.
Yeah, it says Wayne blah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really make it out.
Wayne.
But apparently, because in the previous shot you see him like cycling toward through a graveyard, so everyone thinks it's going to be like.
Trying to see if it gets clearer when he stops. No.
Nah. It says Wayne.
It says
I'm
Wayne.
pretty sure it says Wayne, yeah.
Wayne?
Wayne?
Just insert that in.
Yeah.
Wayne. Bruce Wayne.
I like this. He looks very makeshift as a Batcave because he's obviously only just starting out. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
It looks realistic.
Yeah. We were saying, like, obviously, where I'm pointing my cursor now, that's the Bat computer, but, like, there should be, we think that the Bat, because we see the Batmobile, like, in front of that, like, here, so, like, does he have to, like, just run over his fucking Bat computer every time he gets his car out? But I guess it goes through, like, the left-hand side of it, so.
He got little wheels on it, he just pushes it out the way.
Yeah.
I like that you've got the Bat Gym under the lights there.
Bat Gym, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a gym.
It looks like it, yeah. It looks like little bars.
I like to think so. I like to think that he's just down here doing bat lifts.
Yeah.
Bat squats.
We don't see it.
Working on his batceps.
The batceps, yeah. With bat balls.
What the fuck do you do at the gym?
So, would you take off my bat trousers?
Yes, of course, I was going to take them down for it, thank you.
Thank you. Oh, was you there?
That's nice, isn't it?
Yes, thank
a
you,
little
Alfred.
bit of fresh air around your back crack.
Yes, I need some fresh air around my bat balls.
We do hear Andy Serkis as Alfred.
Yes,
You
he
don't
sounds
see him.
fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he looks like.
Yeah, I assume he might just look like normal Andy Serkis, but in a suit. But you never know.
But is he going to be like shaved circus? Is he going to be beardy circus? Is he going to be the entire fucking circus? Where are we going with this?
You're not just a clown. You're not just a butler. You're the entire fucking
Odds on
circus.
before Alfred becomes Joker.
He'd be quite a good Joker.
When I
Andy
was a
Serkis.
circus master, Wayne.
But yeah, it sounds pretty cool. Shall we watch the next chunk?
Chunk, chunk, chunk. I'll press play.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know we watched this bit.
Yeah.
We'll let it run into the church.
Why is he writing to you?
There's Alfred voice and Catwoman. Catwoman.
And there, pause there.
Ryan, you're not pausing. Pause.
You?
You soldier boy.
So, I'm going to put
I'm
these on
trying to get the
screen.
bit where the light flashes. I'll just see if I can pause. No,
Oh,
I missed it.
We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. It's fine. I can put some exposure on it. I was going to say, I will put some pictures just before we go into this bit, so I'll just start off. But this is allegedly and apparently confirmed to be Colin Farrell as Penguin. I do want to say that
Wank.
ages ago, we and you found some on-set photos of what we believe to be Colin Farrell. Well, there is one picture where it's Colin Farrell holding some coffees with a white mustache and white hair. And I'll put it on screen now for you guys, obviously. But we thought that this would be
I'm getting
him.
it up in the background now.
Yeah.
Oh no! Now it's all. Now I can't find it because it's all just this picture.
Oh, man. But we thought it would be... that this picture would be him as Penguin, like Emperor Penguin style. There's one picture where like it's very hard to see, but he's got the umbrella and such. But this is apparently him. This is apparently Colin Farrell as Penguin. And I gotta say, I was in disbelief at first. I think you and me were saying we wanted it to be the Emperor Penguin thing.
Well, we just liked that it was something different.
Yeah, but I don't. He looked. We were saying he looks like Richard Kind.
Richard Kind!
And David Walliams' character, I can't remember which one it was from Come Fly With Me. Again, pictures on screen now. But if there's a prosthetics on his face, which I assume they are, that's a fucking good job. He looks like a normal guy. But that's
my
Colin
thoughts
Farrell.
are the reason he dyed his hair white is because I assume that bald cap at the front
Yeah, maybe.
is quite thin because it looks quite flat to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's growing on me a lot more. Like I said, I think if the prosthetics were shit, I would not like it, I don't think, because I think it'd be distracting, but they look good. And I can't tell that's Colin Farrell, if that is Colin Farrell, obviously. It's really hard to tell that it's him at all.
Yeah, if you cover the nose and the mouth with your hand, like if you look at the eyes and the eyebrows, it pretty much is.
Yeah.
Article after article here that's like, you may have missed Colin Farrell's Penguin's first look. Batman. The Colin Farrell looks unrecognizable as the Penguin. Colin Farrell looks completely unrecognizable as the Penguin in the Batman. So I'm pretty sure it's all but confirmed at this point.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm game. See how it goes. He's not going to be the main villain, but he's going to be a side villain. I guess he'll grow into a big character in the sequels, so...
Yes.
Cool. We did miss Catwoman, but I think we get another shot of Catwoman in a bit, so I guess
You
we'll
saw her
pause.
jumping around.
Yeah.
Well, she isn't jumping around here, is she?
Good.
She's
That's a good shot of her. Yeah.
Just doing the old crimes.
Again, looks like she's just kind of starting out because her mask isn't. It's just like a little woolly thing. Zoe Kravitz, who's playing her.
I like that it has little cat ears.
Yeah, I like it because it looks like that's just the part. It's not part of design. It's just like.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, you're saying it like she's half-arsed it, but I'm like, she hasn't. Cause
she has.
Unless that's just that's the shape of her head.
Maybe she's actually because she. I don't know. Yeah, she could do something with her hair. You never know. But yeah, I not really much to say, to be honest. She kind of reminded me of the Anne Hathaway one, but I hope she's better and more of a realised character than the Anne Hathaway one.
We don't get any personality of Catwoman in the trailer, same as Penguin.
I assume she's going to be a love interest, but maybe not even that. She might just like fight Batman a bit, and then she might blossom into more of a love interest over the next 2 movies, which I'd like to see.
I mean, we don't get much personality for Riddler either. We get more, obviously. We get him narrating almost.
Yeah, which we're getting to in a second, so I guess we'll let that play out.
He was narrating at the start too, wasn't he?
No, this is the first. I think it's the bit where he goes, "Were you?" And does the Riddler? Oh, we'll get to it.
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
Was it there?
So it seems like he's using some kind of voice disguise thing, which makes sense.
Yeah, like he's just speaking. Yeah, he sounds like his voice goes very high and then quite low, and you can tell it's Fontana.
I assume that will be the intonation of his voice. That will be the voice he uses, but it won't be muffled and is sounding a bit not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can tell it's Paul Dano at the same time, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, that's good. It sounds quite sinister, and I like
the fact that, like, in universe, he's clearly going out of his way to not get found, which is good.
He seems quite.
It's not like fucking Batman Forever, where he sends one clue and Batman goes, "It's Enigma."
Yeah,
it's Edward. I'm going to go and find him. There's no fucking mystery in that movie, is there? He sends him one fucking envelope.
Yeah,
it's like, solve me, and he's like, "I've solved you." He's like, "Fuck." Well, that was my whole thing.
He seems very patronizing, and I like that. I mean,
well, that's very Riddler, isn't it?
Yeah, I like the little rhyme he does as well. I guess, I've never really seen a Riddler that's... I mean, I guess we always know who he is, and I guess you could maybe say Gotham, they don't really find out who he is for a while, but, like, we don't, I guess he's trying to keep himself secret as who Batman is. Like, his identity is very secret, and I guess that's part of the Riddler. It's a mystery, isn't it? So, I like that.
Yeah, well, in Gotham, it's like it's basically an origin story too, isn't it? You kind of like he doesn't become the Riddler until he announces himself as the Riddler.
Yeah.
Like he's already doing crimes as Edward Nygma.
Yeah,
but he doesn't reinvent himself as the Riddler. It really is like an origin story arc in Gotham, almost like a Batman thing, where you look into the mentality of why he becomes the Riddler and why he decides to adopt that persona.
Yeah.
And very much treats it as a separate aspect to his old self, really.
He's going to be called Edward Nashton in this, allegedly, so I guess he'll take on the Nygma role when maybe he becomes the Riddler.
I mean, he doesn't have to. He can be Nashton too.
It doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah.
Some of the comics had him as Nashton, some of them had him as Nygma.
Yeah.
Some of them had him as Nashton, and then he changed his name to Nygma. Some of them had him born as Nygma. So anyway, that's fine. I mean, ideally, the point is he doesn't like being called by anything other than the Riddler anyway, so it doesn't really matter what he's called in real life.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole point is he doesn't like being called Edward in most iterations.
Yeah.
He's like, no, call me the Riddler. That's who I am. So...
Shall we continue
so
on?
We'll see these cool hip kids here. They're Fortnite streamers, as you can see. This one on the left, he's recording his friend Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest. And that's the trailer. Now we'll play this scene.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Now talk.
I'm vengeance.
And that's how you get the full combo in the Arkham games.
Yeah.
You hit all the buttons and you got the free flow perfection. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the trophy. You got the trophy, guys. But yeah, we say we like how he doesn't seem to... he keeps beating the guy on the floor. It's a very angry Batman.
Yeah.
Can you put in that, you know, the meme, the frog thing?
This is the sonorous war cry of a very angry frog. Ferocious.
I really like that scene. I think that's what people have been complimenting on Mercy's trailer, is how brutal he fucking is. And I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Yeah, well, I assume he's going to get less brutal. I think that's the point.
Yeah, he's a young boy.
It's a character arc for the character, obviously.
Yeah, he's a ruthless kid, it looks like in here. He's not a kid, but he's a ruthless young man, you know, with a fortune and lots of money and I guess just a willingness to fuck stuff up.
Oh,
not really thinking too much about the consequences of his actions at this point.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays into it. Like, will he almost go too far?
Yeah, I like that.
I need to press play. There we go.
Batmobile?
This guy's crazy.
I'll just let it play to the end. And then
Yeah.
You're part of this too.
How am I part of it?
You'll see.
I was gonna say, ooh, love it. Love
The
that.
voice there is very, 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 very Jeremiah Valeska.
You mean Riddler's voice?
Yeah, Cameron Monaghan's season 5 voice.
You're part of this too.
Part of this too.
Yeah.
Oh, he does the too. just trivia. I don't think it's good or bad. It just reminded me very much of it. He's like, I want to be the star of the show.
Yeah.
All those lines from season 5. So yeah, we got the Fatmobile.
I like it.
Yay!
That's a good shot.
Ooh, I mean that's the noise he makes.
Yeah. That's Penguin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just liked it.
Batman, yeah.
It was directly at the moment that you said, "Oh." It's a very Harvey Dent. Batman Forever noise, isn't it? I'm making that my text alert.
Whoa!
Just in the middle of the shop. Oh! Did that so loud? Some fucking paper blew over in the background. Ooh. Yeah, I like the. I've never paused there. What's actually happened? They're the thugs from outside, right? They've got the paint on.
Yeah. That's grappling.
So the cops are also shooting at him now.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense, I guess. So this might be before the scene at the beginning with Gordon.
Yeah. I assume he's been
he's
working.
been set up by Riddler or something.
I was going to say more. Maybe
This guy's crazy.
This guy's crazy.
I like the look of him now.
Yeah, it's hard to just make out what's going on there with Penguin, but that boy, big chungus, big. Farrell.
I like him big. I like him chunky. Moto wants to get away from the Batman. Yeah, we're vibing it. We're vibing it.
Yeah.
You got that little. Where was the Catwoman scene? Was it there? I keep coming through your audio.
This guy's crazy.
Where's the Catwoman scene? Must be after this.
First before, wasn't it?
I'm vengeance.
No, there's a little fight, remember, where you see her kicking.
There's before.
This guy's crazy.
You're alive.
Okay.
There we
Why
are.
didn't we pause it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll listen to Riddler where we speak, I guess.
Yeah, I just thought we'd get a slightly better look at her suit. So this is where they're dancing.
Ah,
They're doing some DDR together.
lovely.
She's got the high score combo there. She's using her hands as well, which is good technique. Good technique. Yeah, looks like a good suit. It's low key. It's not quite as snazzy as his batsuit.
What is the
Oh, look at that face.
He looks fuming. I think you can kind of tell that's Patterson with his eyes there.
This is the face of a very angry Batman. So yeah, we're vibing it. We're vibing it. obviously we're sad that you know, you don't know what year it's going to come out because of the question marks. Like it could be 7051. Who knows?
I like that. I like those question marks.
It would be nice if it was 2021, but who knows?
I guess we'll need to.
Maybe our grandchildren will get to watch it. Imagine if they pulled that. They were like, "Well, we finished the movie, but we're actually not going to release it for another millennia."
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those time capsule movies.
Yeah, that's a shame. Even they got like 2 more as well. Like Matt Reeves is planning a trilogy, so
they'll release the other 2 now. We just don't get to see chapter 1. Just to be made more confusing.
We're just going to the cinema and like fucking Two-Face is there, and the third one is Joker. I'm like, what the fuck?
Starts the movie with Batman like mourning Alfred's death. You're like, wait, what? who even played Alfred? What?
Wonder Woman. Looks
what did you think?
A bit,
Wonder Woman, not George Orwell.
I'm not that bothered, to be honest. I don't give a shit.
We'll watch it. It didn't look. I don't know. I'm gonna say it didn't look bad, but I mean, I don't know. Some of it looked bad.
Yeah.
I think we can predict the story already, which is never a good sign.
Yeah, I'm just not that bothered, honestly. The first one was fun. It's just,
I don't use all my magic.
There was the new Flash.
How do you magic?
I forgot.
I can't remember. I just keep turning to this fucking big thing, and I don't want to because I'm weak.
There's the new.
Let this thing timer run out so I can try and work out the fuck I magic. Okay. The left trigger and cry is nothing. Left bumper and cry is use an item. Oh, so that's that. Why is it not my jump attack? Oh, there it is. Okay. It's right trigger and the buttons, I guess. So we saw Cheetah. She looks like a cat's reject. You can just put a picture of her up on screen.
Yeah.
Chris Pine looked like he wanted to kill himself for the whole panel.
Yeah.
That was pretty entertaining. Not really much else revealed, was there?
Not really.
The only new thing in the trailer that we noticed was Cheetah.
Yeah.
And again, just looks like a Cats 2021, guys. 2020, whenever this fucking movie comes out.
It's back! And then we had...
Jellicle 84, Jellicle woman.
There was a
the
Flash
whip of Jellicles
panel, and we got some concept art of fucking...
his new rubbery suit.
Yeah, with Michael Keaton Batman, because Ben Affleck's going to be in it as well, and Michael Keaton, because we talked about Michael Keaton returning to it.
We're doing multiverses, which...
Concept art look cool, but yeah.
Concept art looks cool. It has the potential to be fucking terrible.
Yeah, and good, but...
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's always a worrying thing when you do multiverses, because it's an easy thing to fuck up, is my point. I'm not saying they're going to. We haven't seen enough yet to say if they will or won't, but it is an easy thing to fuck up.
Maybe we'll see the Two-Face Harvey Dent. Sorry, hold on. The Billy D. Williams Harvey Dent. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You think he's still banging the chick from Star Wars?
Potentially.
You know, the young chick he was clearly flirting with at the end of the movie that everyone said he wasn't, but he clearly was.
Yeah, it was really weird, that.
So yeah, and then there was
title.
Shazam, which really was nothing.
Yeah, it was just a title. It was called like the Age, the Fall, Summit of Hero,
Summit of Gods,
Rise of the Gods. Yeah, I can't remember.
Revenge of the Gods, Revenge of the Sith,
Rise of the I don't know.
Rise of the Shazamwalkers.
And then we had the game. Oh, we had the Suicide
Black
Squad.
Adam was the biggest Shazam trailer, I guess.
Yeah, we got some more details about
it's The Rock playing The Rock, as we all expected.
Yeah.
He sounds like The Rock and he acts like The Rock.
And Hawkman and Dr. Fate are going to be
maybe a little bit extra murder than The Rock. I don't know. I don't really know his personal schedule.
I don't.
But yeah, it's interesting that he sounds exactly like The Rock from growing up in ancient Egypt.
Yeah, he's clearly not going to put any effort into the performance.
So yeah, not sure how we feel about that, I guess. Yeah, like you said, Dr. Fate's interesting that he's in it, but it's also less interesting that he's in this.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
I'd rather him just have had a movie.
Yeah. Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was the big one.
James Gunn, our boy.
We didn't get a trailer.
No, we didn't.
Wait, what's the info? Can I see the info?
We got some better looks at the characters and how they're gonna look and the BTS. God. It looks great, and I'm very excited for it because it's, as described, the 1970s war movie with James Gunn humour and characters. And
You've gone quite quiet, by the way.
That's good in my book. Yeah. Very excited for that. I'm looking forward to a trailer. That and the Batman are the two that I'm.
Yes, the designs were good, right? I liked Harley's outfit.
Yeah.
It's the best live-action Harley outfit we've seen.
Yeah.
I like what they've done with the flag. Flag looks very comic accurate.
Yeah. Polka Dot Man looked the best to me.
Polka Dot Man looks fantastic. I don't know, Weasel's a pretty close one.
Oh, Weasel looks good, yeah.
And good old Ratcatcher 2, Electric Ratcatcher the Blue.
Capaldi
Where does this lead?
Thinker? Nowhere. Allegedly, maybe.
I feel like there must be something up here. No?
Nah.
Okay, let's try the other one.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
Oh, I can see my hat on the top.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Guess it's nothing.
Yeah. Intriguing stuff. That'll come down next year, and I'll have a trailer very soon. We'll get to see a little bit more.
Yep, Oh, there's a snake with a booty. Booty snake. I guess
I'm not aroused.
We'll try and kill Booty Snake, and then we'll... Oh, she pissed. It's okay, it was
Medusa.
a nice booty.
It's Medusa.
It was a nice... It's Medusa.
How do you do powers again?
This is like the worst pun. Right trigger and any of your buttons.
Oh, apparently not.
You have less magic than me, so it might just be B.
No, I'm like sharpening my spade or something. It's weird.
You're throwing fireballs on my screen.
Yeah, I am now. Which is good, but I was... Oh, he turned to stone. Return to stone.
Return the slab. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. I think that's pretty much it for the DC thing, right?
There's the games. Gotham. Again, you can see our reactions in the videos. We'll put them there, but...
Yeah, we'll still talk about them if we can.
Gotham Knights looks interesting.
We're both pretty hyped for it.
I'm glad Batman's not in it. It makes a change, you know?
Yeah, he might be in it, but he's not primary, which is nice.
Yeah, makes nice changes, so see how that goes. And then Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Oh no. Have we got any sandwiches? I don't know. Oh,
you've got potions though, so you could try and revive me.
Ah, I'm coming. Oh, she turned me to stone. Looks like.
Wiggle that stick. Come and heart me.
Doing it.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. Kill the Suicide Squad. Sorry, Kill the Justice League.
Killer Suicide Squad.
As
Suicide Squad
didn't
kill some of the Justice League.
Apparently it's set in the Arkhamverse, even though Deadshot is black now.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, but fair enough if it is.
I wasn't vibing the aesthetic much, as you can see in the trailer. I think you liked it more.
Yeah, it reminded me of Sunset Overdrive, which is,
I think it feels like it's trying a bit too hard to be quirky, which is the issue I had with the original Suicide Squad movie. There was a line I said when we were watching the James Gunn one where I was like, oh, it's nice to see he's not making all the same mistakes as the original movie. And then we watched the trailer for this game and I was like, oh, they're making all the same mistakes as the original movie.
I don't know, I got a very New 52 Suicide Squad vibes from it, comic run. But...
It just felt like it was trying a bit too hard. With oh, look, the pizza fell off and she's sad about it. Oh, look, they all think they're the team leader. Oh, and I was like, we get it.
Oh, yeah, I don't think the humour works, but I feel like the aesthetic reminded me of it of New 52 and some of the bickering.
Spank.
Yeah, I guess we'll see how that's 2022, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to probably go and play some other video games now for other content. So you guys
stick around and get excited for new content, please, because we're trying very hard.
Yeah.
I miss sleep. Bye.
Bye.